Good evening. More workers have been sacked by Osborne shipbuilder ASC only weeks out from Christmas. The axe swinging on the same day, Malcolm Turnbull visited Adelaide for the first time as Prime Minister and refused to say if he'll save thousands of local jobs by honouring a pre-election promise to build new submarines in SA.
Another sad day at shipbuilder ASC. 45 more workers given their marching orders, their workmates fearing they'll be among the next inevitable sackings.
Everybody's got families and everything, so yeah, and the work's been done good here.
Work on the air warfare destroyers is waning and there's still no decision on the $50 billion submarine deal.
Now, I'm looking down the barrel of redundancies sometime in the next year or two.
But a dark day at Osborne apparently not enough to cast a shadow over Malcolm Turnbull. Stepping out in Adelaide on his first visit as PM, sharing breakfast with opposition leader Stephen Marshall, a moment with cricket's elite, and then a jovial moment with the Premier.
Good to see you.
Oh,
there you go. There you go. He's perfectly polite.
But behind the smiles, the future submarines deal was lurking. Despite hundreds, even thousands of local jobs being on the line, Mr Turnbull wouldn't guarantee a pre-election local construction promise would be honoured, nor offering any guarantees about how many subs will eventually be built.
All of those issues are being addressed in the Defence White Paper, and when we're satisfied with that, the Defence Minister and I will release that.
That having 12 submarines will mean a continuous build and avoid in years to come the so-called valley of death in our shipbuilding industry.
Jay Weatherall using a half-hour meeting to push not only for the subs build but other work to stem the flow of job losses.
Obviously there's an important period between now and when those new projects start, and that involves the frigates, the patrol boats, the supply ships, which all create the possibility of filling that gap.
And Rory McLaren joins us now live from Victoria Square. Rory, the subs deal wasn't the only big build discussed by the Premier and the new PM today.
That's right, Kate. Adelaide's tram network also featured heavily during their discussions. Now, Malcolm Turnbull is an unabashed fan of light rail and public transport more generally. He even used his time in Adelaide to catch the tram back from Glenelg to the city. Now, Jay Weatherall, well, he laid out a number of plans to the Prime Minister he has for the tram network today, which Malcolm Turnbull says he will have a look at. So we'll have to wait and see if the federal government decides to help fund any sort of extension to the tram network from the single line we have now around the CBD and potentially into the inner suburbs.